Good morning. I am obviously not in my apartment, but I'm starting my video anyways because why not? I'm sorry I haven't vlogged in a while. I've been kind of out of it and I've actually been focusing on coaching, which is technically my job, so don't really feel that bad about it. But if you guys have any specific videos you want to see, let me know. But you guys requested this one, so here we are. My skin is looking fantastic minus this and a little bit down there. I literally don't have anything on my face right now. We love that. And yeah, I'm about to start getting ready for the day and then we're gonna head back home. There's a beautiful view here. I guess the sun is technically starting to like fully come up. So you guys can't quite see it on the buildings. It's a little bit more blue, but it's really, really pretty. So what have I been up to? I've honestly just been focusing on expanding coaching and kind of thinking about what I want to do long term. YouTube has always kind of been a hobby, so that's why I kind of go through phases of being a little bit less consistent, but it's because I just don't want to put out content to put out content. It's not even worth it, to be honest. But if you guys see more sponsored posts for the month of February, it's because AdSense is extremely low in January because nobody's playing ads because they used all their campaign money for the holidays. So if you see that happen, just trying to make up for the money that I did not make. But yeah, today we're gonna do a full day of eating. It is now 8:15 and I'm about to head home. So in the morning, I actually tend to have my smallest meal and then they kind of get bigger as I get closer to the gym. I've not decided if I'm going to the gym today. I've technically gone to the gym 3 days in a row, which is weird, but it's because my hip has been bothering me, so I've completely cut out squats. I'm just letting that chill, just doing little exercises just to help with mobility and inflammation, because I think it's just inflamed. So I'll usually start my day off with coffee. Since I work from home, I can kind of eat whenever I want and make my meals. But if you're someone who's trying to gain weight and you are a huge coffee drinker, just keep in mind that coffee will suppress your appetite and it does dehydrate you, or it's dehydrate you because there's caffeine in it. So if you are struggling with getting your calories in, I would recommend starting to drink a little bit of coffee, having a meal, the snack of some sort of smoothie, I have no idea, and then finishing your coffee instead of drinking a full cup, because you're just not gonna be that hungry if you don't start eating fast enough after that. So we're gonna head home. So for coffee, I always use this little mug. We're gonna make iced coffee. So the Keurig that I got was like $200, hence why it was a Christmas present, but it's definitely worth it. But only takes so much of that from me because I did not pay for it. So you just go ahead and you start off by dipping up some ice. So obviously you don't track ice, but I do add sugar. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I use quite a bit of sugar in my coffee because I don't like using creamer, but I have been using this almond milk. So the Keurig comes with a milk frother, which I absolutely love. If you guys saw me unbox this before I went home, you've already seen this. But this is the milk I've been using. The milk, it is the new Silk milk. It's a combination of almond and cashew, and it has 10 grams of protein in a cup, which is absolutely insane, considering it has no dairy in it. Has no dairy, gluten, carrageenan, don't know what that is, cholesterol, artificial colors, or flavors. So it's literally just almond milk, cashew milk, pea protein, oil, sugar. So you've got 8 grams of fat because they're nuts, 3 carbs, and 10 grams of protein per cup. So I use 1 cup of that for this. Sometimes it's like 3/4 a cup if I'm making a cappuccino because those have less milk. But there's a little kind of divider in here telling you how high you should make it go. So I actually add the sugar to the ice. So I use about a tablespoon. I know that's a lot, but what are you gonna do? So it is now 10 o'clock, so this is around the time that I will normally eat. I'm just not hungry before then, so if you're not hungry, just like pack a meal, pack a snack, make a smoothie, have it later, because there's tons of people who just don't have an appetite in the morning, and I just happen to be one of those people. But now we're gonna have my breakfast. So breakfast is usually one of my smaller meals of the day. This one is just more calorically dense because I am having an avocado, so that kind of adds up. So I went ahead and I basically planned out the majority of my day. This is going to be one of the easiest ways to make sure that you are planning to actually hit whatever your caloric goal is, because just kind of eating willy-nilly is going to lead to you either under eating or not eating enough, depending on your goals. And you're never gonna hit your macros. So your macros are set up specifically for a reason. So if you go over like your fat, it's actually, it can kind of affect your calories a lot, because it's 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. So say you don't track your oil. So I'm gonna be using a tablespoon of oil. Half of it's going to go towards cooking my eggs. The other half is going to go into my avocado blend, just to add a little bit of calories. There's 120 calories in this because there are 14 grams of fat. So that's a big jump in your calories that can push you into a surplus if you're not supposed to be in one. But it's also something that you can use to help yourself out if you are trying to get extra calories in. So if you're going to track, just track everything, because otherwise there's really no point in kind of half-assing it. So for the avocado blend, I went ahead and I used some garlic powder. We have some onion powder here. I had only a tiny bit of garlic salt because this is very, very strong. And then a little bit of pepper. So for my eggs, because I'm from Maryland, I used Old Bay. And then this really good McCormick blend. So I actually made too many eggs, because with egg whites, if you don't measure it, it can get, yeah. So, yeah, oops. But then I also have my avocado toast. So I put that all in my FitnessPal here. You are balancing on my fake candles. I don't know why I don't just use my tripod ever. It's literally right here, but it's fine. So I'm bloated now. So honestly, whenever I have oats, I have like the most energy in the gym that I've ever had. It's so weird. It's something that I just started doing recently. It just like gives me the perfect amount of energy, because if I eat too much food, I just like feel like there's food sitting in my stomach. But if I don't eat enough, then I just burn all the calories so fast I have no energy. So I've been doing oats for pre-workout. You can get like actual oats and make them yourself. It's gonna be a lot healthier, a lot less of whatever they put in those packets. But for me, they're nice and quick, they're super cheap, and when you're gaining weight, you have to buy lots of food. I like to keep the price down low. As we know, I'm a cheap person. So it's 3:25 now. I took some creatine before we left the house. I just take 1 scoop, 5 grams. I recommend for men and women. Obviously do your own research. Supplements are not necessary, but I've used creatine since I ever first started going to the gym, and it's definitely helpful. So now I'm just having a little pre-workout snack. These are just some Ruffles, 160 calories, 10 fat, 15 carb, 2 protein. So a little bit more fat than I would try to have before my workout. So now I've probably had like 13 grams, but yeah, we're at about 80 carbs before my workout, and I think I might even get a Gatorade. They're so overpriced in the gym. I think they're like $3. Not even for like a big one, it's just like a normal one. So we'll be breaking the bank over that one. But it's something that like genuinely helps me. I love having intra-workout carbs if I can. I used to do like candy or Lenny and Larry's cookies, which is a little bit heavy, but It really depends on like how much you ate before. But if you feel like you're really lagging during your workouts and you're drinking enough water, definitely try like just adding in some carbs, because it really can make a difference. So this day I did a lower body workout. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you've already seen this. So be sure to follow me at La and Was, because I tend to post those workouts on there the day of or the day after. So you'll see them on there before you see them on here. But if you want to hear more information about each exercise, then YouTube is the way to go. So I start off with single leg box squats. These are really, really hard. So we had 3 sets of 8. You want to make sure you're controlling yourself the whole time and you're not pushing off using your feet. You're literally just lifting yourself up and down using your glutes and your hamstrings. And then I moved on to the staggered stance squat. These are super awkward, but they're really good for anyone who's having hip shift issues or you feel like you have an imbalance. This will really help you utilize your hip flexors and make sure you are actually stretching the way that you should. So these aren't supposed to be like ass to grass or anything like that. You are just going to be squatting down, keeping a bend in both knees. But as you see, one of them is kind of requiring a little bit more ankle mobility. So I really, really like those. They're very, very difficult. And then I went ahead and I did some Bulgarian split squats. So these are pretty hard. I was just using 15 pounds for everything besides the tempo box squat. For the tempo box squat, I was using 45 pounds. So with the Bulgarian split squat, if you want to target your glutes a little bit more, just be farther away from the bench. Otherwise, stay pretty close and you'll hit your quads a little bit more. But the tempo box squat is going to be like a full lower body movement here. You guys can literally see my hamstrings like trembling. So you should feel this in your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. If you're using a weight that's a little heavier, you may feel a tiny bit of pressure in your lower back if you are not keeping your core tight. So make sure that you are bracing as you sit down and you keep the movement very, very slow and controlled. And then I just finished off with some wide grip lat pull downs because I benched after this. I didn't film that because it was busy by the time I left this little area to bench, but those went pretty well. My next video will probably have bench in it because I bench 4 times a week, so you'll see it eventually. I have not had a workout that good in a while, so I was there for a while. Because filming just takes forever, if we're gonna be completely honest, and then I had to wait a really long time for a bench. I didn't show you guys that stuff because it got a little bit busy and it's really not relevant to the workout. I am now having a Pop-Tart. It's just a brown sugar Kroger one. You guys know this is like my post-workout snack. I don't know why I'm like this. I just genuinely really, really like them. So tons of carbs, tons of calories. It's like 400 calories. And wow, I stopped for 5 seconds. Did you guys hear that? And they honked at me. Like, please relax. I wanted to make sure no one was crossing the street. This is why pedestrians almost die every day. I am like severely craving Chipotle because I just saw someone post on their Instagram story that they were eating Chipotle. Now I really want Chipotle. And it's annoying because it's like I'm filming this video and the whole point is to show you guys like hopefully some meal ideas, but I really, really, really want Chipotle right now. So the calories that I have left for the day after eating that Pop-Tart, so I have 742 calories left. I was gonna do tuna and like this red lentil pasta with some vegetables, but it kind of like, I don't know, I really struggle with dinners. Like I never know what I want after the gym. I feel like I always crave like something out. Like I actually eat out a lot for dinner, to be honest, which is really annoying because I just empty my bank account, but what are you gonna do? So I did want to show you guys, however, the pasta that I do use, because I am gonna get Chipotle because I have no self-control. So there's this chickpea one, which is really good, and the red lentil. So the chickpea one is definitely more voluminous, so this will fill you up a lot faster than the lentil one, so keep that in mind. But the chickpea one has 11 grams and 2 ounces of pasta, which is just the standard pasta. And then the red lentil one has 13 grams. So this also has 34 carbs and 1.5 grams of fat, This one has 34 carbs and 3.5 grams of fat. So if you're looking to get more protein in, honestly, these are really great because you don't even have to do anything. Like if you wanted pasta anyways, they taste really, really good. They don't taste like vegetables, like, so you're good to go. I guess lentils and chickpeas are not vegetables. They're technically legumes, I believe, but yes. So I'm gonna order online. I always order online. I don't think I've actually had Chipotle since moving to Atlanta. So weird. I'm so excited to eat. And my man's is coming over. So that was another reason why I was like, oh, let me just eat my food. Because I'm just so lazy. I'm so tired. That workout like quite literally killed me. I didn't even do that much stuff, and it was a lot.
Arrived.
We secured bag. So I am going to end the vlog here. I did want to look up the nutrition for the salad dressing. So if you've never tried the Chipotle salad dressing, it is absolutely incredible. Adding this to your bowl, if it's like a vinaigrette, will honestly change your life. Nutrition facts, Chipotle. So in one container, there's 260 calories. You have 12 carbs and 25 fat. So my fats went off today. This is why I don't recommend a lot of people to eat out if they're first starting to learn how to track macros, because you're honestly just gonna screw yourself over, because everything is always just gonna be super high in fat for the most part. I think I picked up 2 forks per second. I don't understand. So I just pour the whole thing on. It's just nice because it's like, if you have a bowl that's a little bit drier, it can definitely help, but I just think it tastes really good. And then I also got a tortilla on the side, so I'll put like the MyFitnessPal nutrition stuff on there with everything included. But we got white rice, extra fajitas, half black beans, half pinto beans, corn, and guac. So I do get guac for free because it is a veggie bowl. So it just looks like that, nothing crazy. Sometimes I'll ask for extra rice, but I don't, honestly, we don't need any more carbs. I'm already over on my calories. Doesn't necessarily really matter because I'm supposed to be in a surplus. So, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.